Welcome to True Projects. In this video, we are going to explain about the project title Depression Detection Using Machine Learning. Before diving into the execution, let me give you an overview of the project. Let us first understand what depression is. Depression is a mental illness that is defined by continuous sadness, reduced enjoyment or interest in activities, and additional symptoms that impact an individual's mood, thinking abilities, and day to day functioning. Depression doesn't have a single cause, rather, a number of genetic, biochemical, environmental, and psychological variables frequently combine to cause it. It is critical to identify depression because, if ignored, it can have serious effects that include decreased functioning, relationship issues, and in the worst situations, suicide. A higher quality of life and more successful therapy are possible with early detection. Depression treatment includes talking therapy, taking medicine, changing one's lifestyle, and getting support from family and friends. Traditional methods for detecting depression, such as clinical interviews and self report questionnaires like the Beck Depression Inventory, are limited by subjectivity, reliance on self reporting, and the need for trained professionals, posing challenges in accessibility and accuracy. The proposed depression detection system integrates multiple machine learning algorithms, including Navy Base, Support Vector Machine SVM, KNN, K Nearest Neighbor, Random Forest, and others. We have trained and tested these models using the dreaded dataset comprising text data from Reddit posts covering mental health topics, including depression. Leveraging this dataset enhances the model's accuracy in detecting depression. To deploy the project, we have integrated Flask, which allows us to host the depression detection system on a server that can be accessed through a web interface. This improves accessibility and usability by enabling users to submit text messages or audio samples for machine learning algorithms to analyze. To implement this project, we need software and hardware requirements. Software requirements of the project are application is Anaconda, primary language is Python, front-end framework is Flask, back-end framework is Jupyter Notebook, database is SQLite 3, front-end technologies used in the project are HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and Bootstrap 4. Hardware requirements of the project are operating system of Windows, processor of i5 and above, RAM of 8 GB and above, hard disk of 25 GB and above. Algorithms used. These are the algorithms built in the project for detecting depression. And here, the voting classifier outperformed the other algorithms, and that is the reason we have deployed it in the front end. Now let us execute the project. To execute this project, first we need to open the code folder which contains the project source code files. So here, this is the static folder. This folder consists of files related to CSS, JavaScript, and Bootstrap. This is the templates folder. This folder contains all the HTML pages used in the project. It typically includes files like index.html, about.html, and more, which represent different pages of the website. And here, this is the dataset folder. In this project, we have utilized dreaded dataset. So here, this is the test file. Let us open this. So here we can see the different parameters, which is ID, subreddit, post ID, sentence range, text, label, confidence, social timestamp, and more. And this data set is used to test the models. Now let us close this data. Let us open the dreaded train data. So even in this data, we are having the same parameters: subreddit, post ID, sentence range, text, ID, label, confidence, social timestamp, social karma, syntax array, and more. So this data set is used to train the models. Now let us close the data. So here, this is the sample folder in which we have the test cases of audio files which we will use during the execution. And here, this is the notebook.ipynb file. This is a Jupyter notebook file which contains a combination of code, graphs, and outputs all in one place. It allows users to write and execute code in individual cells, making it a popular choice for data science. This is model file which contains algorithm information which will be loaded into the project code during runtime. And here we have the text cases text document. So here these are the test cases which we will use during the execution. This is signup.db file. This file is the database file used to store user information. First, we need to copy the path of the code folder from the address bar of the file explorer. So here I'm copying the path. Now open the Anaconda prompt. Use the cd command followed by a space and paste the copied path and hit enter. This command is used to change the current directory to the code folder's path. Now compile the app.py file using the command python space app.py and hit enter. This command will execute the Python script and perform a runtime check for any syntax errors or logical issues. After running the app.py file, the Flask framework will host the application locally at the default address, localhost, which is this, and port, which is this. Now copy this local link provided by the Flask framework. I'm copying the link and paste this copied link into any web browser. I usually prefer Google Chrome and hit enter. The homepage of the project is displayed in the browser. This is the front end built using Flask framework. If we are new users, we need to register first. So click on sign up link here. So here we need to enter the username and the password to log in. Now click on sign in button. We have logged in successfully and we are redirected to the prediction page. Now click on prediction link to do the prediction. So here we have a text box and here we need to enter the messages, and after entering the messages, the application will detect whether depression is detected or not. So from the test cases, we will enter the messages. I have showed you the test cases during the explanation of the code folder. So here these are the test cases. So from here I'm selecting the first text, copy this text and paste it here. So this is the text which we have entered. Now click on predict button. So this is the message which we can see. And here we can see the label for the message, that is depressed content. So here the content is a depressed content. Now let us enter some more messages. Click on prediction link again. Let us enter the messages from the test cases itself. So here I am selecting this message, copy this message and paste it here. So this is the message which we have entered. Now click on predict button. So here this is the message and the label for the message is non-depressed content. So this message is of non-depressed. It means that the person is not having the depression. In this way, just by entering the message, we can predict whether it is a depressed content or not. Now click on upload link. So here we need to upload the audio files, and after uploading the audio files, the application will detect whether the audio file is of depressed content or not. Click on choose file. So here from the sample folder, I'm selecting the sample 8 audio. Now click on open. So we have loaded the audio. Now click on transcribe. So here we can see the transcript from the audio which we have uploaded, and here we can see the label that is depressed speech. So the person who is speaking is suffering with depression. Now let us select some more files. Click on choose file. So again, from the sample folder, I am selecting the sample one audio. Now click on open. Now click on transcribe to see whether the person is depressed or not. So here, this is the transcript from the audio, and the label for the audio is non-depressed speech. So the person who is speaking is not suffering with depression. That is non-depressed speech. Let us upload some more audios. Click on choose file. So here I'm selecting the second one. Now click on transcribe. So here, this is the transcript from the audio, that is dogs are sitting by the door. And here we have the label that is non-depressed speech. So the person is not having depression here. So in this way, just by uploading the audio files, we can detect whether the person is suffering with depression or not. Now click on record link. So here we need to record the audio, and after recording the audio, the application will detect whether the person is suffering with depression or not. So here we need to click on start button to start recording. So I'm clicking on start. October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and I am a domestic violence survivor who is still struggling ever after over 4 years. Now click on stop button. Now click on submit button. So this is the speech which is taken from the audio, and here we can see the label that is non-depressed speech. In this way, just by giving the speech, we can detect whether the person is having depression or not. Now click on sign out link here. So in this way, by entering the text and by uploading the audio files and by giving the speech, we can detect whether depression is detected or not. And we have built various algorithms in this project, and we identified that the voting classifier outperformed the other algorithms, and that is the reason we have deployed it in the front end.
Thank you for watching video. For more projects, please visit our website www.trueprojects.in. For updates on latest project videos, please visit True Projects YouTube channel and subscribe.